Hello friends, thank you for watching my video and stay home, stay safe in this corona pandemic. Before we learn about what is malware, now today's session is for malware analysis. So let's go. Friends, Windows uses portable executable file format uh, for executables and system libraries ever since Windows 95. For reverse engineering, we should be familiar with the portable executable file format. The P header contains important information about the linker version used, how the executable should be loaded, compatible version of Microsoft Windows, type of executable files, etc. Some important fields from P headers are address entry point and image base, which point to the address of the first instruction to be executed. The P header is followed by data directories, including the import table and export table. The import table has information about functions that the program calls from DLL files. The export table, generally present in DLL file, has information of functions that call other programs. It is followed by the section table, which provides relative virtual addresses and characteristics of section of the program. So, what is malware analysis? The purpose of malware analysis is to study a program's behavior and verify if it has malicious functionality or behavior. If the analyzed sample is found to be malicious, then it is classification and identification of which malware family is belongs to is necessary. Malware analysis is the study or process of determining the functionality or origin and potential impact of a given malware sample, such as virus, worm, Trojan horse, rootkit, and backdoors. In previous video, we have we has studied these all types. Friends, we need to make a safe environment before analyzing or executing malwares. We should be very careful when analyzing malware samples. Malware analysis should be done on a system that is separated from production environment and on a network which is isolated from public network. Virtualization software such as VMware, VirtualBox provides option to create such a environment. Malware analysis has two types: static analysis and dynamic analysis. We will first understand what is a static analysis. With static analysis, we study a program without actually executing it. Tools to be used like hex editors, disassemblers, and packer identifiers. We could look for suspicious string related to files, paths, registry keys, URL, or messages intended for users. If any are used in a program, APIs used also gives an idea about the functionality of the program. Sample which are packed or obfuscated provide stern challenges for static analysis. If a sample is packed, then it needs to be unpacked before diving into code analysis. The second type is dynamic analysis. With dynamic analysis, we study a program as it executes. We need to monitor the challenges made to file system, registry, processes, and its network communication. Sysal tunnels tools such as Process Monitor, Process Explorer, TCPview, Jammer, and Wireshark are useful for observing runtime behavior of program. Debuggers such as OllyDebug, IDA Pro, and WinDebug are helpful to debug, dig into detail about encrypting malware and for detailed analysis. In case any has non-availability of safe environment to execute malware, you could use online automated malware analysis system. Users could submit malware for analysis and could then see a generated report based on the file system modification, registry modification, network communication, etc. Thank you friends for watching my video. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel and comment if you have any question regarding this video. Thank you.